Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let's see me again in this opportunity. So before we learn together about this material in this day, let me introduce myself first. My name is Satria Pertiwi. You can call me Arum or Satria or Tiwi, just so up to you. And in this opportunity, I would like to explain the material from IC Book 2 Grammar, and the material is present perfect tense. So you can see in this PowerPoint the language skill and objective. The language skill is present perfect tense, and in this opportunity we will use word will as a media to learn present perfect tense. Okay, next let's discuss about present perfect tense. So, present perfect is tenses that often use since and for to talk about situations that began in the past and continue up to now. However, present perfect can also express an event has occurred repeatedly from a point in the past to the present time. The event may happen again. Notice the use of since versus for in the example. Since is used in a specific point in time, for example, 2002, last May, and 9 o'clock. Besides that, for is used in a length of time, for example, 2 months, and 3 years. Note, have and has are usually contracted with the personal pronouns in informal writing. Okay, next let's discuss about the time signal. You can see in this PowerPoint, the first time signal is already, yet, and just. Already. In here, already is used in affirmative statement. Already means earlier than somebody expected. It guides between the auxiliary verb and the perfect participle form. For example, Mary has already booked a cake. And the next is yet. In here, yet is used in interrogative sentence or kalimat tanya. It jives at the end of the sentence. For example, have you seen the movie yet? I have not seen it yet. And next is just. Just is used to show an action is happened a short time ago. Just comes after have. For example, I have just arrived here. Okay, next is since versus for. You can see in here, since is used for a specific time. For example, I have waited for you since 8 o'clock. And for is used for general periods of time. For example, she has been here for 2 weeks. And the last time signal is never versus ever. Never means at no time and used in affirmative sentence. For example, I have never been to Italy. And the last one is ever. Ever means at any time, not usually used in affirmative. For example, have you ever been to Italy? Okay, next let's discuss about verbal sentence. You can see in this PowerPoint, the pattern of verbal sentence is subject plus have or has plus past. You can see in here, when you want to write the affirmative sentence, especially in verbal sentence, you can use subject I, you, they, we, he, she, it. But if you want to write a sentence by using the subject I, you, they, we, you should use auxiliary have and plus past participle. But if you want to use auxiliary she or he or it, so automatically you should use auxiliary has and plus verb past participle. Next, when you want to write a negative sentence, if you want to write by using a subject I, you, they, we, you should use auxiliary have plus not. Besides that, if you want to write a sentence, use auxiliary he or she or it, you can use auxiliary has plus not and plus past participle. But it's different when you want to write a yes or no questions. When you want to write a yes or no questions in this verbal sentence, for the first step, you should write the auxiliary first. After the auxiliary, you should write subject. After that, you can write past participle. So, if you want to write a sentence, yes or no question by using verbal sentence and use ayu, they, we, you should write auxiliary have in the first sentence. Besides that, if you want to write sentence or yes or no question by using she, he, or it subject, so the first step you should write auxiliary has in the first sentence. After that, you can write the subject, and the last one is past participle. Okay, the example of verbal sentence for affirmative sentence is I have spent my time with my best friends. And for negative sentence, I have not spent my time with my best friend. And for yes or no questions, have you spent your time with your best friend? Okay, next let's discuss about nominal sentence. You can see in here the pattern of nominal sentence is subject plus have or has depend on the subject plus been plus Anna. Anna are adjective or noun or adverb. It's same with verbal sentence. When you want to write the affirmative sentence, and if you use the subject ayu, they, we, you should use auxiliary have, and you should add been. Besides that, if you want to write an affirmative sentence with the subject he, she, or it, you should use auxiliary has and plus been. And for negative sentence, if you want to write the negative sentence with the subject ayu, they, we, you should use auxiliary have not plus been. And if you want to write a negative sentence with the subject he, she, or it, you should use auxiliary has not been, and after that you can add Anna, adjective, noun, or adverb. And for the yes or no questions, it seems you can write the auxiliary first, after that subject, after that been, and Anna, adjective or noun or adverb. The example of nominal sentence for affirmative sentence, Lucky has been a worker in the bakery store since 2011. For negative sentence, Lucky has not been a worker in the bakery store since 2011. For yes or no question, has Lucky been a worker in the bakery store since 2011? Okay, next let's discuss about WH questions. The pattern of WH questions in present perfect tense is WH questions plus helping verb plus subject plus main verb and plus rest of sentence. First, who. If you want to write a WH questions who, you can use helping verb have. Use who if you want to ask someone. Okay, next what. When you want to use WH question what, you should use helping verb has. Use what if you want to ask for non-human or human subject. Besides that, when we do not know the number of the subject, singular form is better used. And next is whom or what. If you want to write the question by using whom, so you should use helping verb have. Have for subject I, you, they, we. And use whom if you want to ask for a human object. What? If you want to write a question by using what, you should use helping verb has and the subject is he, she, or it. Use what if you want to ask for for non-human and object. Okay, next is what? It's same. If you want to write a WH question by using what, you can use helping verb have or has. Have for subject I, you, they, we, and has for the subject he, she, or it. And what is also used to ask the main verb or main activity. And next is when. It's same with what. When you want to write the question by using when, you can use helping verb have or has. Have for I, you, they, we, and has for he, she, or it. When is used to ask adverb of time. And next is where. In here, you can also use helping verb have or has, and where is used to ask adverb of place. Okay, next is why. In here, you can use helping verb have or has, and why is used to ask reason of doing something. And next is how. In here, how generally asks about manner. You can use how long and you can use how many times. If you want to write how long, you can also use helping verb have or has, depend on the subject, and how long usually asking for duration of time. And the last one is how many times. It's same. How many times you can use helping verb have or has. And how many times usually asking for time frequency. So, the pattern of WH questions for the nominal sentence remain the same as verbal sentence, but using been as a main verb. So, thank you very much for your full attention about my explanation today. I hope you can understand about my explanation today, and I'm so sorry if I have some mistake, especially in my explanations. And thank you very much. So the last we say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you in the next opportunity, guys. Bye bye.